Hello everyone. Would like to show you what is new in Nemomobile and what is the current state. Uh, I have uh, flashed a new image. Today is 30 July of 2021, and this is how it looks like after flashing. Um, the boot takes 3 minutes or 5 minutes, so you have to wait until it is booted, which is one of the ugly bugs. Right now you can see that as the SIM card is not inserted, the Wi-Fi is off, and I want to connect to Wi-Fi. This is one of features which was fixed recently. Uh, right now it is connected to Wi-Fi. I already pre-entered the credentials, uh, but as you can see, there is a bug that it cannot recognize correctly that credentials are already there, um, and it doesn't recognize already stored networks, but it works, and I haven't had to enter password again. Uh, so what is not working here is there are action buttons. When you press and hold on list item, it is indicated by blue stripe on the left, and if it's connected then it's working okay, but if it's not connected, the disconnect action is not shown, and yeah, this is one of bugs of UI. uh, what else? uh, let's go through applications. Let's skip the system one, the Avahi, etc. Let's go to Glacier applications. So right now we can see that we have a web browser which is based on Qt uh, web engine. It does support most of the actions you would expect. Okay, finding Nemo. uh, this feature is not like the best one, so you have to delete everything on the search bar, but then you can type, and the browser have some history search, but it doesn't show for some reason. Yeah, the new request opens a new tab automatically, so you can see both of them. You can close it again and choose the other one. We did also updated the website, so you can see installation instruction. It is basically copying image to SD card. Uh, as you can see, there is a still bug with the keyboard. When you minimize the window, the keyboard is still there. On the second screen you can see the list of running application. You can switch it, you can close it, you can press and hold, or you can use gesture from bottom, in contrary to Sailfish OS, when the gesture is from the up side, here is from bottom side. Calculator is very simple and works as you would expect. The camera application doesn't work right now. I have tried the megapixels application, which can take picture even on Nemomobile, which is great. I don't have SIM card inside right now, so it is not possible to test phone calls. Let's go to next thing, which is email. The email is right now in some kind of proof of concept, so you can try to add your account, and it does something, but it probably doesn't work as expected. Uh, File manager looks working, allows to create directory or something. One of recent bugs was that those directories wasn't created at installation time or first boot time, and therefore gallery didn't work well, and megapixel wasn't able to store pictures because the directory wasn't there, and yeah, that was kind of issue. So gallery is working, but we don't have any pictures there. So I will log in onto terminal with Manjaro and 12346 password, and call application screenshot tool, which makes screenshot of the whole screen. It will pop up some notification, and then we can go to gallery and see that screenshot is there. In gallery application, the pinch zoom wasn't working for some reason. It must be fixed yet. Also, if you look into the dials, it doesn't make sense. Those exit details are not present in the picture, and it shows it anyway. There is a Glacier Components Showcase application which shows all the fancy things like switching theme or drawer menus. So if you click on those three buttons or pull down the menu, then you can see something. So this is like standard toolkit for Nemomobile, for Glacier UI. Then we have messages, which is empty right now. I've seen some text messages or Jabber messages already in that, but it needs some fixes probably yet. Glacier Music was working, but I don't have any music on device. So we cannot test that. There is a people application, so you can create contact. Add the phone number in there. And you can see the contact and can modify it or call the contact. We don't have SIM card inside right now, so we cannot test that. In settings, there are many glitches. So date and time was updated automatically, but it's not enabled here. So I'm not sure how it's possible, but obviously it does something unexpected. We can hide search panel on the home screen here, so it will be shown after gesture, and as you can see, it doesn't work again as expected. Oh. Let's go back to settings. This happens sometimes. It turns off the screen. I'm not sure for what reason. For testing purposes, I'm usually turning off whole power management so that the device doesn't go to sleep, at least on my device. So I have maximum brightness to be visible on the camera. uh, Keyboard switching doesn't work correctly, not sure why. uh, Language switching was working in my testing case, but the issue was that it is there after reboot, and the reboot doesn't work. So uh, yeah, you can enable Bluetooth, you can start discovery and see some devices around. I'm not sure if here is someone around with Bluetooth device, most probably not. um, you can start location. It will use GeoClue, and it will give us some location in a while, or at least it did so in my previous test. Uh, the device lock doesn't work as well, so and there were some error with the SME or device lock daemon, I don't know, but it wasn't working for me. It brought some errors in terminal. And in about there you can see the version of things like email is not there, even that the modem is present. And if you know Android hack to enable developer mode, we have some funny thing here in settings. So what else doesn't work? Oh, in settings there is this kind of volume control, or oh no, it's not volume control, it's brightness. Okay, didn't know. It wasn't enabled in last build, and when I tried to change the volume, I don't have any information about sound right now, so I'm not sure if it's working. Here is a global mute button. When I trigger power button, then okay, it wasn't visible. Then it doesn't work because there is some DSCME bug, so I will be happy if someone fix it. Here is additionally some menu to turn off some services, to call quiet mode, or to turn off Wi-Fi. So this is it. Next or last thing we have, which is not really Glacier, but it fits, is Fingerterm, which is from Sailfish. It's pre-installed by default, so if anything doesn't work, you can do it from terminal. You can fix it probably. What else you can do? As you can see, I have serial console inserted, but you can debug the device from the USB. Let's see, where's the cable? The USB mode very ugly thing from screensaver. The USB mode is indicated by the bug icon in the on the top corner. One of things you can notice is that the device didn't rotate its screen. So the toolkit have some preparation for that, but I'm not sure what should do the rotation of screen when the physical when it's physically rotated. So I mean accelerometer for sure, but I'm not sure which daemons or where is this information lost from UI. And yeah, this is probably current status. So I will reboot the device manually, so from terminal, and I will insert the SIM card, and um, we can try internet connection, and we can try phone calls or SMS. Let's look on the terminal of the device. So I'm using Minicom because I'm used to. You can use different terminal, for example screen, and you can check that there is IP address for USB, there is IP address from Wi-Fi right now. So I have configured IP address for terminal, and I can SSH to device. I already copied my SSH key, so it was without password, but it is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So if I want to install something, for example megapixels, then I will use Pacman. Recently there were some issue with keyring, so we will see if the issue is still there, and if so, then you can like regenerate keyring and fix it, or you can like turn off security. So that the issue was during checking of keys. So the packages was downloaded first, and after that you find out that there is something problem with keyring. So the stupid fix is to add globally SIG level optional trust all, and Pacman key. It must be initialized, so we will init the keyring, but we will not check the signature. So if invalid, then we don't care, which is not best practice. It's not secure, so I don't recommend that for production, but for first test it is okay. So as you can see right now, it is installing the megapixels application, and we can look on the results, and we can install similar way the other packages such as Firefox, but beware, the software keyboard will be not working, so there is no reason to do that. If you test booting, it is usually good to know if it does something. I already removed the quiet keyword from the kernel command line, so if you open the file boot.txt, then you can remove it, and after that you should call mkscr to create new kernel, and then you will see all the output from command line. The interesting part would be systemd analyze blame to see what is the longest part of the boot, and you can see there is Ophono. Not sure if the user systemd analyze blame and user services have similar thing, and I'm not sure. During the boot it is staying on MCE, but MCE is running all the time, but it failed on the first try for some reason. Then we probably would like to look to journal for some errors. So as you can see, there are many errors, and it shows that DHCP was not running, and there are some other issues with thermal manager and with some lipstick thing. Most probably you can see also the issue with power off. So there was some issue with privileged user. Or privileged group. So this is the reboot button. As you can see, there were some issue with configuring permission on the local, but file is probably there. So we will see the Czech language after reboot. Okay, let's reboot and let's see what it does. So when I turned off the quiet, then I can see the messages in the serial console. So the SSH is already disconnected. And it is stopping the modem daemon, but this one is not so long, so we can wait. So right now we can see bootloader again, so this will be visible even without quiet, but after kernel start, which is in here, the quiet suppresses most of the messages. So right now it is booting. So you can see the logo on the screen, and like rotating progress bar, or how it is called, and you can see that MCE takes ages, and it will time out once, then it increases to 3 minutes, and after 3 minutes it will start and it will be looking okay. So we are back after reboot. It turned out the X profile is missing, so the translation will not work in that version, but anyway, many of the strings are not translated even in settings app or in the basic application. Mostly we have translation for Czech and Russian because of developers' countries. I was looking into details of internet connection, so you can see it doesn't show SIM card. It shows 4G in status bar, but nothing else, and the operator name isn't shown on the screensaver page, which means it is probably broken somehow. I was looking into Ophono CTL list and it says denied, so I guess it will not work. I have added my mom phone number into contact list, but it doesn't work. If we try to write message, then it will start a Glacier Messages application, but most probably because of missing SIM card, it shows the button, and probably the keyboard that doesn't show the button is disabled, so it doesn't work either. We have installed megapixels application, so we can try it again, and we can try to take some picture. It is starting for quite a long time, but you can see that it is showing the image from my of my Yola. It took the picture. The viewfinder application is quite consuming, CPU consuming, and after all we should see the picture in Glacier Gallery. Oh, it's not there, not sure why yet. Let's try another picture. Not sure. Oh, it's already there. So there is some delay with tracker tool which scans directories. It can be seen that there is some black image, which is the another file, which is probably raw or something, which is produced by megapixels application. So, and that's it. So if you like the video, try the PinePhone, try Nemo on PinePhone. Please contribute, please report issues, and see you next time. Thank you.